From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Back at the bar, at my bar, Tommy Mac's. Always a great place to meet new people. Brought to you by our good friends at truckcrashlaw.com. We're talking books, we're talking business, we're talking right here at the bar. Let's welcome in the panel. Sherrie is here from Storehouse Media. How are you, girl? Welcome back.
Thank you for having me back.
Life treating you well?
It is treating me well.
Yeah. Any exciting book subjects that you're working on? Anything that's in the horizon?
Yeah, we've got quite a few in the horizon. Yeah. Pretty exciting.
Are most nonfiction or fiction? What would you say? Is it a 50-50? What are people trying to write out there?
Nonfiction.
Mostly nonfiction.
Nonfiction.
Kind of out there in the fantasy world.
Yeah.
No, I get it. Yeah.
I mean, what we get a lot of nonfiction. We do get novels, but a lot of nonfiction and business books and how-to books, self-help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, but it's interesting because the people who work on it, we learn a lot as we work on it because we have to know the topic as we work on it. So it's fun.
It is fun. Absolutely great to have you.
Thank
Derek
you.
Sawyer's back from the All-22. What's
Appreciate
up?
you having me.
I told you I still wear that hat, man.
I love it, man.
It fits my head, and I wear every hat that fits my head.
It's hard to find, man.
There's not many.
Some of us have
I
big
got
heads.
Like three.
You know
I
what
got
I mean?
like three, but they're my go-to. How you guys been doing, man? How's growth been doing?
We've been great. We since we last talked, I spent a couple months over in Europe. We've got a lot of traction over there. I think about 30 or 40 teams now that are searching for American athletes. You have guys here in the U.S. coming out of the NCAA, and last year alone, we were able to get 4 players drafted in the CFL that were global players. So that's really exciting as well.
Okay.
Really trying to develop both, U.S. guys getting opportunities abroad, and then those players globally, that top 1%, bringing them back here to maybe get into the NFL, but certainly XFL, USFL, CFL, etc.
I was going to say, now you get XFL, USFL.
We have some options now.
Absolutely.
We have some options.
How many leagues, are they in the hundreds overseas? Like how many, because I know a couple guys from Boston College that did that. They go, I forget what country they go to, but they go, they play American football, they get paid, they get housed, they have a good time, and then they come home.
So the German league, for example, which Germany is a pretty good-sized league in Europe, a lot of American military bases in the 80s, so it developed a lot. There's a national team with the top-tier adults, and then, of course, all the youth developmental leagues, and then there's club level. So there's 16 teams in the top tier, and there are 7 total tiers.
Wow, no kidding.
That's just in Germany.
Yeah, right.
Now you have Spain, you have Italy, you have et cetera. So it's moving.
Is it like the basketball A League, B League, C, D League, kind of same
Pretty
thing?
much exactly. Yeah. And then again, developmental leagues all the way down to U13 flag, U15, and then up into tackle. And again,
if you're still chasing that dream, why wouldn't you do that? I mean, you get to play ball, you get paid a little bit of money, you're young,
shot.
I mean, you go travel the world. I mean, let's go play some ball. Great to have you on the show.
Appreciate it.
Great to hear things going. Brent, how are you, my man?
Doing well.
You're in the exterior solutions business, is that correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
What are you guys doing?
So we do hurricane protection and also retractable screens, different exterior projects. So it's been great.
Most new builds have to have the hurricane, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, no, great question. So
on where they're at?
Exactly, it's location dependent. So it's around the St. Augustine line where they require it by building code. So we do a ton of projects down there. North Florida as well, depending on just kind of your aptitude for wanting to protect your property.
Okay. Have you been doing it a long time? And is it your company?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it's my company. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, we're year 4. And so we've been First Coast Hurricane Shutters. We're actually rebranding to Better Exterior Solutions to kind of highlight some of the other stuff that we do. Primarily these retractable screens, but we've got this new motorized pergola that's really exciting.
Oh, really? That's cool.
May describe that.
Yeah. So it's appreciate that, David. It's a retractable rooftop pergola, so it's louvered. We can put a rain sensor on the roof. It'll automatically shut itself and keep patio furnitures dry if it rains, or also sun when it's nice outside.
And commercial applications to that as well, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it'd be amazing for restaurant spaces and different patios.
Like umbrellas opening up when the sun's popping up. Right?
It's like that on steroids, but like a real roof. I mean, and these things are.
No, I know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it looks like, it's like the cream of the crop Rolls Royce type install. So
that's cool, man. Cool. Absolutely. Great to have you on the show. And congrats so far. Hey, 4 years of business means you're doing something right.
Thank you.
Right, David?
That's
My
right.
friend David Sillick from Tab International. How are you, bud?
Doing terrific, Tommy.
Good to see you. What's the latest other than your daughter?
Married. Daughter got married this last weekend.
Nice.
Still wiping tears from the emotions. It was a great weekend. It was big. They had He had 11 groomsmen. She had 9 bridesmaids.
Holy cow! That's
Yeah,
a big
do the
wedding.
math.
That's a big.
That's a big wedding.
Open bar.
Yes.
Oh, you're a good
Both
man.
nice.
You're a good man. Good for you. Good
and
for you.
And my daughter-in-law, they won she's an athletic trainer for women's basketball.
Okay.
Texas A&M Corpus. And they won their conference last night.
Oh, dude, that's great.
So
that's
they got the big trophy, and she got the ring. And
All right, so I changed my mind. I'm calling. We're not going to talk about books. I want to talk because you deal with a lot of businesses and you advise a lot of businesses and companies. Talk about branding. How important it is for a company to have the right branding, and maybe you only get one shot at it. I don't know if you do, but how important it is to get it right early.
You know, Tommy, that's a great question, and you know, most of my career, professional career, was in publishing and running business journals, and it was very much about branding. Most of the advertising we sold was about building brand and building that trust and that relationship with your customer base and knowing who your customer base is.
I think that's one of the biggest.
You know, people used to our cost per thousand, which is a common denominator in advertising, was really high compared to radio or the daily newspaper. But my cost per millionaire was really low. Right. So that's how we sold that. If you knew your target audience, it was a very effective to reach them, and you can build that relationship with that audience.
Right. You can't, and again, it's targeted. I think that's really important. Like knowing your audience, right? Knowing who your target customer base is going to be, right? And then going after that, marketing it to them, and being really succinct with that, right?
And they got to know you care. I mean, I think building that relationship is largely on showing how much you care.
Yeah, Brent. I mean, for you, I mean, people are trusting you to protect their assets.
Absolutely. Yeah,
so
it's been huge. Yeah, for us. I'm a huge believer in branding as your personality, as your company. I look at, there's me, and then there's the business itself, and it has its own life, it has its own cycle, and our company, it's better. It's about being our best every day. Can't be the best necessarily, always 100%, but you know, we really push for that, and I think that you know, showing you care, right? That's really what it boils down to.
Big time.
Sure.
So all 22, Derek. Obviously, I know what that means, but you guys had to come up with that. Did that take a long time, or what?
It took forever, man. You know, all 22 is actually the name of the camera angle that scouts use to see all 22 players in the field, and so we went through a lot of iterations before that one. But I think, you know, for us, it was about telling what we do, but also the branding to me is consistency. You know, you talked about trust, and I think that's, you know, the first year that we all went out and did a lot of scouting work, a lot of other scouts looked at us like, what are you guys doing here? And then the second year it was like, oh, you're back. Right. And then the third year it was like, oh, hi. Right. You know, and so I think just that consistency and being able to continue to show the same result, give people trust and understanding that, you know, you'll protect their best interests.
That's the same for media. I mean, you got to keep going. You got to keep doing. So you got to keep doing. You got to be consistent with it, right? Yeah. You never know who's listening, first and foremost, you know. And then if you get even somebody that likes it, you got to be consistent with doing it because they expect it. And then when you're not there, then they lose interest and they're out the door.
And you lose it.
Right? It's very important. But awesome answer. How about you, Sherrie? You get the final answer on this one when you're, you know, looking at your business in particular.
Branding is it's important, even in a book cover. I'll tell people who write multiple books, like, have it to where if you've written 4 books and you throw down 20 books, people without a title, without your name, can pick up your book. Yeah. You know, that's very important because they start trusting you and they start having this expectation level of you and what you're bringing to them. So in the book world, hugely important.
I think the theme of this one was trust. Build that trust, right? And good things will happen. Thanks for being here, guys. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
All right, if you like these kind of conversations, check out more at iwannabuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. And we'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.